Almost back. Make sure the mic's working. Okay. Hold on. It's worth doing. It's worth doing right. Not so sure it's worth doing anymore, but I do it anyway. Well, I guess I'll still be getting on here to talk. I'll still be getting on here to talk to myself a couple of times a week, I suppose. Because here I It's a Saturday night short track, and it's all about fenders and tempers.
The green flag is in the air, and they're playing bumper cars already. Another car around in turn number three. Three wide to the mile. All the leaders in trouble. Just got PO'd from behind. Trouble in turn number one.
Chandler Smith had a very heated discussion.
Oh, we have a big stack up.
It is a short track Saturday as the Xfinity Series takes on Martinsville Speedway, better known as the Paperclip, with a pair of rookies on the front row. Connor Zilic put down a fast lap yesterday, winning the pole. He's trying to defy the odds, though, because the pole sitter has failed to win in the last 24 Martinsville races with qualifying held. Crew Chief Marty Lindley told me he feels like they've got a good handling car that can drive through the rubber that was laid down, Dylan.
Right, Kim, quiet confidence is how crew chief Andrew Overs
The voices in my head told me that song
awful this
sucks.
weekend. Dangerous for a kid who entertained all of us in preseason.
Popeye's fighting back on me. Had to run to the bathroom. I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to hold this for the whole race, so let's go ahead and do it now.
Second place ties his career best start, and that first win, Carla, feels as close as ever. Let's keep the engines fired here at Martinsville. Ready to go with the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Everybody chasing the paperclip in a grandfather clock. Martinsville Speedway, here to say the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome Director of Operations for the United States Marine Corps, Major General Jason L. Morris.
On behalf of Marines everywhere, drivers, start your engines!
Drivers, energize your ground craft. I bet Eric Almirola wins to continue his post-career stat padding in the minor league series he probably never should have made it out of, but sometimes guys that are like decent but not great get cup opportunities. And then they get so many cup opportunities, even if they don't do anything, they build up such a level of experience that teams are like, well, they're reliable. Let me put them in. That was literally Eric Amarola's entire career. Just experience and was like a driver by default. Poor man's Jamie McMurray. He's here to stat pad, so. I hear voices in my head. I think Mr. Christopher Bell is on the poll for tomorrow. Tell you one thing that's never going to change: these live streams. All the stimulating conversation we have here these days. I guess I do these live streams for me just to have an archive of like what was I thinking or what was I saying that day while watching the race. It's kind of a nice. It'll be a nice time capsule one day. Just how much can one man talk to himself about a sport that nobody watches anymore? At least CW does good broadcast. Even when they're doing remote broadcasts, they're not bad. I heard Jesse Love's going to run the Bristol Cup race for RCR coming up soon. That's exciting for him. He'll have a nice glimpse into the future of the C tier cars he'll be driving if he winds up with RCR and Cup. You know, he said Marine Corps 250. I thought he said Rancor 250. I'm like, what is this, fucking Star Wars race? Oh, another remote broadcast. Just Adam and Parker today. They couldn't get Kyle Busch. Excuse me. Hey, I was there. They're showing highlights of the 2022 spring race. I was there. I saw the Sam Mayer, Ty Gibbs shit pretty much in front of me. Yeah, this place has a bad habit of making teammates get pissed at each other in this series. 3 of the same 4 from the last Dash for Cash. I believe Sheldon Creed weaseled his way in this time. Hoorah! The Hoorah 250. Quapple and Zillich, as always, fast, fast, fast. RCR has been underrated here. They got speed in the second row. They've been pretty solid here. Jesse Love to the rear, though. Harrison Burton with a good qualifying effort. And do my eyes deceive me? Corey Day in the 17 for Hendrick Motorsports. Hendrick Motorsports actually using their part-time Xfinity ride for someone to get an opportunity, as opposed for, it's usually a leech car. So that's exciting. Good field. There's good drivers in this field, and then there's Chris Wright. And hey, how about that? Daniel Hemrick won a NASCAR race last night. Oh my God. Daniel Hemrick won a NASCAR race. Somebody in the ship posting group put the picture of George W. Bush being told about 9/11, and it says Daniel Hemrick has won a second race. Why is this race on at 5 p.m.? I didn't sleep good last night. Now, I'm not sleeping now. I've actually been pretty much wide awake all day. I played drums for a good long while today, and I feel good. But, if this race had been on at like 1 or 2 o'clock, I could be taking a nap right now. I'll never stop bitching about the start times until they change.
His old car was the two from Richard Childress Racing, now driving that second-year driver, Jesse Love, qualified in the top five yesterday, dropping to the rear at the start. Here's 2 radio. Didn't like something he heard yesterday in qualifying, so let's check it out. After they do that, obviously you're a bit of an infraction, so you got to go to the back to start. Yeah, once you jack it up, you're not allowed to do that, so they'll have to start at the rear. But good for him to have that confidence to say to his team, hey, let's check this out. Let's make sure there's nothing bigger there. I spoke to his crew chief, Danny Stockman, this morning. He was very confident in their long-run pace, that 2 cars.
They're fast. The first stage is short. They'll probably be fine.
No doubt, and this track is...
Unless they get brake checked and piled up.
So I'm happy to introduce that our aero coverage will be brought to you today by the Lucas Oil Helicopter. And you and I were just talking before we came on the air, Parker, about how unique it is. And when you look at it from high above, it really exaggerates those angles and then how tight those corners are. And if you've never heard about this place, you can tell why we call it the paperclip. Back down to Dylan one more time.
I could go for a hot dog. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hey, Austin Hill almost won this race till he started fucking around with Sheldon Creed. What a day that was. I'll hold you to that, Jib.
Jim, you bring up a great point. Strategy going to be a big part of the equation today and could open the door for Jesse Love or Jim Burton.
I love when they say stuff like strategy is going to be a big part of this race. It's a big part of every race.
All important track position. 100%. We'll see that all day. It means taking some of the best cars will probably
Quaffle and Zillich on the front row. Get used to seeing that. I think Brandon Jones would be somewhat of a dark horse. Hard to say somebody in a Gibbs car is a dark horse, but I would like to keep an eye on Brandon Jones. He's had some good runs lately, and he's won here before, and should have won here twice. That's another story because old Ty Jesus made sure the second one didn't happen. 88 trying to check out early as they're all 2 by 2 behind him. No co-opetition between Quaffle and Hill. Hill racing hard to stay on his inside. Make Quaffle wear those tires out early, fighting just to try to get back to the bottom, and the 88's pulling away. This is still one of my favorite racetracks. I plan on going to the playoff race in the fall, hopefully. And Quapple holds him off from the outside for the time being. William Sawalich, who seems to be the biggest waste of a good ride in the Xfinity Series so far this year. Must be nice to be rich. That's the only excuse I can think of for him having that ride. I would say the fastest lap is definitely going to come from a car that restarts on the front row and early in a run. I think that's pretty obvious. Eric Almirola, 14th run. Almirola watch. We know he's going to be a factor. He's going to be patient early. He's not racing hard for stage points, but he wants to gain some track position. But he's willing to take his time and pick his way through. He's passing Daniel Dye right now. Woo! The last conveyor belt of NASCAR, Martinsville. I'm happy. Glad somebody is. Adam. Brandon Jones up to third. What'd I say? Former winner here. Building momentum lately. Driving a Gibbs car. Maybe he's got that Almirola magic from last year. Almirola's picked up another spot. Make it two.
This is an awesome perspective. We talk so much about brakes at this place. This shows you what it's all about.
It's glowing bright there, as you saw. Basically, that's just the. I think we lost the camera from that heat, but that's quickly. That shows you how hot it is down in there. So those blades up over 1,000 degrees and just baking as you run around this track. And when you run in traffic, it gets even hotter. So you try to manage that at times. It's amazing what these race cars go through in terms of heat at this racetrack. The immense amount of braking force you put into it.
Justin Allgaier feeling good early, racing up to fourth position.
Brandon Jones will be second soon. He's got a ways to go to get the 88. He's going to need some lap traffic to catch that 88, which he's got to be getting close to. We're 17 laps in now.
Those first couple laps just doored each other a little bit. I can almost assure you that will not be the last marks and the only marks that a 21 car by the end of this race.
Connor Zillage continues to lead. He's led them all so far from the pole.
Zillage, Quaffle, Jones, Allgaier, and Hill.
Zillage to get ahead of the curve and take the lead here at Martinsville. Don't let a curve down there slow you down.
Oh my God, there was actually a notification when I went live. That never happens anymore. I think the old YouTube algorithm wants me to quit. When is the Chris Rock caution coming? I figure we'll definitely get one today. This track's very difficult to just drive on, so he'll either get run over for being too slow or bust his own ass. That would be my prediction. Suppose I'm going to Darlington next week. Still ain't bought the tickets, but I get paid this week, so Dylan, if you're listening, I'm still planning on going. If you're still planning on going. Darlington's always fun. It'll be my first bye week from streaming. The first race I go to this year. I guess Darlington, Wilkesboro, and Charlotte early in the year. And then Darlington, Talladega, Charlotte, Roval, and Martinsville late in the year. Maybe Atlanta in the summer instead of the Roval. I don't know. I know I keep mentioning Atlanta. I just forget sometimes. You completed the 2K24. You got to send us pictures. I bet mine was the hardest to make because of the hair. And I'm just a fucking ugly, weird looking dude in general, but I bet the hair made it difficult. I hope I'm better looking in the game than I am in real life.
Closing on the halfway point stage one for the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Martinsville. You're watching the Marine Corps 250.
88 flying through this traffic. Oh, Jeb Burton said he was going to carve right through the field. Well, he's last car on the lead lap. Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you that Eric Almirola is well up into the top 10, passing for 8th place and going for 7th. and we're not quite halfway through the stage yet. 2 laps from halfway.
I don't care what he says. I know he'll be fast, especially as we get in the longer runs. It's just what he does so well here. He did it so well in Cup, and it showed up last year in the Xfinity Series, and it's showing up right now. He's driving so well. Maybe Joe gets
Why does my guy look Asian?
Since we started coming back to Martinsville,
Like I said, the hair and all that is really hard to replicate, so
did the little highlight reel there, the 18 and
I could never make me either.
but look at Brandon Jones. He's won at this track
I mean, if I squint my eyes, I'm like, yeah, that looks vaguely like me.
outside the top five, but here he is
The hair is hilarious,
for that one of Carson Qualls.
but like I think the way I look when I'm standing, yeah, it kind of resembles me.
now. It seems like he might be looking to turn under that one a couple times as they're trying
That's
to
pretty
find
cool.
lanes in traffic. But it's good to see Brandon Jones finding his speed in the first 3 races this year.
I couldn't make me.
S3 an average finish of 5.3, really turning things around. And after a tough 2 years, Adam, really for Brandon Jones, we've been looking for him. I think we're starting to see it finally.
You got to take advantage of the tracks where you run well. He's been great at Martinsville, also at Darlington, and he's trying to get second here away from Quapple. This is a great battle.
That
I beg your pardon. That's not
fucking remote broadcast, he was like, oh, and Brandon Jones is trying to get second place away from Quapple. And you look and he's passing a lap car, and Quapple's like 2, 3 car lengths ahead of him.
There's nothing quite like confidence for a race car driver. It's amazing. You can go through a rough patch, but the second you start to feel a bit of that confidence and you get that, it's amazing what performance that creates. Speaking of confidence, this guy at the front, not only
88's good out front, we know that.
he's feeling it right now. And if not for some issues the last couple of weeks,
Zulich, Quapple, Brandon Jones, just no guy, or Taylor Gray fifth.
winner this year leading at Martinsville.
You guys are going to laugh, but I played a little bit of my faction today because after my CM Punk grind, I'd unlocked a bunch of good characters. So I was like, let me jump into my faction and just dominate with my fucking CM Punk and Roxanne Perez I got that were really strong. Had a triple threat match with Kaiser and Braun Breaker. That was the last one. I did one of them weekly tower things. Might do another one later because I saw the next one's just a bunch of easy matches. So I'm like, yeah, as long as they're real easy, I'll do them. So I'll be in the right mood to do the hard stuff. Hell, you saw that the CM Punk thing took a couple of days. So I'm like, I need a break, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm game. I'm ready to play some fucking triple threat tag team ladder matches and bullshit like that. So every now and then I get in the right mood. I actually played. Spent the afternoon playing Left 4 Dead 2 with my friend Ben. He hit me up. He doesn't game a lot anymore, but he must have been in a weird mood because he was like, "Do you want to play Left 4 Dead?" I think they're doing remote broadcasts just to be cheap ass. Why are they doing a remote broadcast from Martinsville? Me and Dylan go to Martinsville. It's not that fucking far. Martinsville's not that fucking far. They could have went there. I was thinking like, yeah, remote broadcast for like West Coast races and Mexico City and all that, but why are they doing a remote broadcast for fucking Martinsville? It's not even far. My friend Ben insisted on playing on expert difficulty, and he's got way more hours in Left 4 Dead than me. And after a while, he was like, "Yeah, this ain't even fun. Let's switch it just to normal." And I was like, "Yeah, I can handle normal. Like, I'm pretty good at the game on normal. Expert, I don't like getting one-shotted by the tanks. That was the main problem. That was fun. Probably go to bed after this race. Like I said, I didn't sleep worth a shit last night. We have a new cat, and she's hiding somewhere in the house. She spent the night in her little kennel thing this morning. We opened it up and let her come out, and then she went out and went under one of the chairs, and now she's disappeared. She's somewhere in the house, hiding under something or behind something. Because we had like a couple hours where we were not in the same room as her, so she's around the house somewhere. I got no idea where. Hopefully she's all right. We beat a couple of levels on expert. It was after a while. It was just like let's switch to normal.
Golden Corral honors our nation's heroes. Liberty Mutual, only pay for what you need.
Oh boy.
And by Toyota. Let's go places.
Wake up, kid.
16 laps to go, stage one, NASCAR Xfinity Series racing at Martinsville. Connor Silich has been outstanding. He's already lapped his way up to 28th. Next car you'll see, 27th place running Ryan Ellis. Among those he's put a lap down, Jeremy Clements, Jim Burton.
Sawalich is really starting to fade. He's struggling bad.
23rd right now.
Almirola's getting better. Zilich is just as good as the start of the run.
Look at this. I mean, if you
And that's about all I got for you.
Burton in 8th,
Where's Jesse Love running?
this thing.
And this has been the real action on the racetrack here. The last couple of laps, you had William Swalich there in that 18 car. The orange and black car was trying to move forward, trying to get by Harrison Burton as he'd gotten by Sammy Smith here. He gives him a little bump. It moves Harrison Burton up the track a little bit. He did this multiple times over several laps, and Harrison actually found some speed in the outside groove, but then he wasn't able to get it done. This is Corey Day and Sammy Smith.
Corey Day almost wrecked Sammy Smith, but I ain't just short track racing.
First, I mean, it happens. I mean, he ran the truck race last night, but limited experience. First ever Xfinity start, so he hasn't done anything yet. When it comes to this style of racing, but unbelievable what he's done early. Qualified 8th, dropped back to 12th, but as the run has continued, this is just good experience racing with some drivers that have been good over the years at Martinsville.
Oh, William Sandwich. Really not having a good time right now.
Especially Swalich and Corey Day there in terms of when you get in these traffic like this. You gotta, if you have positive momentum and forward momentum, you gotta use it quickly. William Swalich, if he got by Harrison Burton, would have been in any part of this, but he got swallowed back up by not getting by him, and now he's gonna lose 3 or 4 positions stuck in the bottom.
Now he's just plowing into the door of Ickes. Yeah, that's what you need to do when you're already fucking struggling. Start running into people and pissing them off.
In stage one,
Make your day suck even worse.
contact so far.
Just take the food. You're about to get sent here by the 16, and they cut away from it.
Battle for third. Justin Allgaier doing what he does here, just slowly, methodically working his way to the front. He didn't qualify bad. He qualified 6th.
Yeah, Adam, how can he work his way to the front when he literally started top 5?
Now, I start thinking about as the track changes and how they will adjust. You got to anticipate we get in that final stage. He's going to be someone that we really have to keep our eye on.
And look how he just wrapped that curve and got to the bumper. Right? Impressive race car this late in the run when the track is slick and greasy. As we go back on board the 18 here.
I remember when I said he was going to get sent by the 16? There you go. They cut away from it right when it was about to happen and just showed a replay of it. So I appreciate the replay validating me.
Shot, but you get shoved down the concrete and a little bit of actual wheel hop there as well. So
He wheel hopped a little bit, but he was scared and he got run over. Lucky he didn't wreck with the wheel hop and getting hit like that.
tired, you're losing the grip level, and you're going to start trying to have to back
Good save, I guess.
Look at our bumper. Dash for Cash drivers highlighted in green. Austin Hill, the best qualifier of the bunch, is falling back behind. Austin Hill is falling back to 7th. Justin Allgaier up there in the front position. Sheldon Creech, Mayer, both movers.
Wow. Oh, no. 17 and the 25 just got, well, the 17 got junked.
right. So this happened. We just went on board there with William Swalich, and that moment he had with Eckes in the 3, we heard a little bit of wheel hop and that bouncing. Corey Day there got a bit of a shot, I believe, from Sammy Smith in the braking zone. Then he gets the rear very light. He starts
And Harrison Burton's chasing him down.
he gets forced up into Harrison Burton, who was sort of an innocent bystander.
They were racing for 8th.
Somebody got on Burton's radio and told him to chill out, I think, because he raced right up to the back of the 17 here and then backed off.
Himself in a playoff position right now, and I know we have a long way to go, but stage points are so big for a team like that.
And Burton, who's having a pretty good year,
Stage points, you got damage, you lose the track position. He's definitely not happy.
he's not happy with somebody.
But you know what? It's never over here unless that thing is terminal. And I'm looking at some of the damage.
I think the 25 might be fixable, but the 17's fucked up. Yeah, 17, he just shot in the corner and wheel hopped and crashed into Harrison Burton, so it was 17's fault. He didn't mean to do it, but definitely his fault. Yeah, Brandon Jones and a Gibbs car. It's a good combo. Proven winner at this very track. Yeah, 17 busted his ass. It's his first start, right? Now Hendrick's not going to let anybody drive that car except Chase, Bowman, Byron, and Larson. Put Dale Jr. in the shit. I know Jr.'s got his own team, but I'd like to drive that Hendrick car. They were like, he got a shot from somebody. Now he just shot in there. Yeah, he shot in there and wheel hopped. Yummy. Say it with me. Zero sugar, great flavored Powerade. Maybe Brandon. I don't know why everybody's writing off Ty Gibbs. I think Ty Gibbs has not found the right crew chief, and the crew chief he's got this year is a first year crew chief, and it just ain't fucking clicking.
This racetrack is so difficult.
NASCAR Xfinity Series. Next Saturday, live from Darlington at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific on the CW.
The wheeling caution lights on wheel in the official warning lights of NASCAR, America's most trusted manufacturer of emergency lights and sirens. First caution of the day, Corey Day, Harrison.
And your stage one winner is Connor Zillage.
Turn around and restart this thing. How about this Connor Zillage, who's won twice in his career from the pole, has led more laps today than he had ever led in a race in his career. Now part of that is the fact that we're a short track and you knock them out pretty quick here. But a very, very impressive start for this rookie who continues to get it done at all different types of places. And this will be his first oval stage.
Now open pit road this time and don't fuck around.
Stages this year. Now as we complete stage one in our seventh race, Chevy has won 11 of the 13 stages.
They've really been on it. I think a lot of that's been Junior Motorsports has been really good. But here we look back at what happened here. We were calling out the cautions.
17 was getting really loose late in the run. Well, he got a little bump from the 8. He got a little bump from the 8. Okay, that wasn't all his fault. I didn't quite catch that the first time. But maybe the 17 checked up. Or I don't think the 8 just plowed into him. I think the 17 backed his entry up and was already loose.
Progressive pit road is open, Dylan.
Carson Goffel finishes second, and that stage said that he was snug in the center, and that was causing him to be laterally free on exit. Get your overstreet efficiency will make an air pressure adjustment, 4 tires and fuel count.
He said fired off really good, then started to get a tiny bit tight down through the rubber. Marty Lindley, the crew chief, has preached clean from stops and no mistakes on pit road. And as we see Brandon Jones in that bright yellow Menards Toyota, he races off his stall. He can't roll through the rubber. They did make the air pressure adjustment to help on the
Hey, Brandon Jones is your new leader. Justin Allgaier second. Zillich drops to third. Brandon Jones the leader. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if I see the cat around. Check every once in a while and see if she's popped her little head out somewhere. Oh, what's up, Karen? I went to check on my cat. She's hiding somewhere. We got a new cat. Her name is EO. But she's really freaked the fuck out because she's never been in a house before. So she's doing that thing that cats always do. If you bring them home and they're wild, they go and hide for a couple of days. So she wanted to interact with Ozzy because this morning when we opened her little kennel, I was like, "You can come out." Ozzy walked in, and when she saw Ozzy, she started going meow, 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 and then saw him walk off, and she actually came out of the kennel to try to follow him. And then she got kind of freaked out and went and hid under one of the chairs. And we haven't seen her for a good while.
And now we do our Race Fit Health Report, brought to you by Brad Street Focus. Jeff Burton in the 27. 5'10", 160, those are good numbers.
Good numbers. There's pretty good fitness, cardio, weight training, pre-workout. Celsius has to get a sponsor there, of course.
Yes, just slide it
But I
right
like
in.
the pre-race meal. That's something I was always a fan of. Chicken
I picked Brandon Jones to win this race.
I'm not sure what you would categorize that as, but other teammates of that JRN group also had issues. Not the 88, but we are hearing teammates from other JRN teams had similar tire issues.
Interesting, Kim. Yeah, I think that's something we'll see hopefully get better here as they lay their own rubber down top of the
Jones, Allgaier, Zilich, and Quaffle, the front two rows. Let's see what Brandon Jones has out front. Let's see if this 88's really as good as he looked when he was in clean air. Good run off a two from the inside for Zilich. Almirola aggressively clears himself to the inside. Couple cars back. We know he's going to be a problem today. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Quapple. Almirola forced it in. It was almost three wide. And Quaffle wisely gave him the room. Shocker. And Brendan Jones just set the new fastest lap of the race because the track's rubbered in and the sun's going down and it's cooling off. And you're going to need a lap or two out front to get that fastest lap. And right now it's Brandon Jones. Oh, whoa! Sieg and Eckes. Eckes has been in some kerfluffles today. Daniel Dye just fucking pile drive the 39 into Eckes, and Eckes loses like 5 spots. Daniel Dye again dooring the 39 before they even get to turn 3. Oh, and he's getting fucking hit. 10 almost spun out off the corner. Luckily for him, he's on the inside. '88's running down the 20 for the lead. Hey, Ozzy. Ozzy, can you help us find the kitty? She likes you. Heck, it's 3 wide, just plowing in there. And Mayer makes sure he gets back to the bottom. I think we're about to get our first true pass for the lead today. Did Jesse Love just move the 41, or did the 41 miss trying to hit the 16? '88 on the bumper, the 20 for the lead. wreck. Oh, whoa, 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 right in front of the damn leader. Holy shit. The 14 spun off of 4, and then the 20's coming around the corner with the 88 up his ass. And I thought, uh-oh. And we have a caution. Oh, and the 88's got a lot of debt. He did run into the 20 pretty good. The 20's got a fucked up left rear fender, and the right front of the 88's all fucked up. So they did kind of almost shove in there. Could have been worse. They're at Martinsville. They should be okay. And the 20's pitting with his damage. 88's staying out.
The Whelen caution lights are on. Whelen, the official warning lights of NASCAR, America's most trusted manufacturer of emergency lights and sirens. Second caution of the day, and it's going to bring our race leader down.
There's that Brandon Jones look.
Right from Brandon Jones. Here he is, Kim.
Yeah, and it's actually for damage fixing. You're going to see that left rear flared out just a little bit. The team's going to go to work on that. Make sure there's no tire issue. Make sure that tire actually has clearance. Tough break for a guy who was in the lead and was hoping for a really good day at a track that he loves.
So unfortunate. I don't know if we cursed him or what, just talking so highly about him. And I'm saying see the damage in the right front there for Zillage. That's major damage, but probably a little better. Here's Garrett Smithy spinning off
Oh, it could have been a hell of a lot worse.
2 meters coming around, and they just, as Brandon Jones sees it, Connor Zillage can't because he has Brandon Jones in front of him. Brandon checks up and he runs to the back of him. It looked like it popped out pretty well in the rear in terms of the damage for Brandon Jones. For Zillage, the thing that does is it just takes away the integrity of that front end, the right front. You've got to be a little bit more careful as we go through this race.
How'd you fucking spin out driving that slow, you goddamn bum?
Because he had taken the wave around when the caution came out at the end of stage one. He didn't want to be the caution, but because the wave comes out, it does benefit some of those drivers that had done the wave around. Among them, Jeff Burton, who started in the rear. Also, Jeremy Clements had taken the wave around. Free pass here goes to the 99 of Matt DiBenedetto.
Matt Benedetto free pass.
Village, let's get some immediate
And so after he sustained that damage, the wheel back and
Remember Dale Jr. at Martinsville in 06 when he was missing the entire right front and had a top 5?
Connor said it felt okay, so Marty elected to keep him out. You see Marty Lindley there on the left side of the screen. He did remind his driver, though, that's it, though. You cannot use the right front to bump anyone after that.
Right, Kim, and that's a great point. It's just that you remove that integrity of the front end, so you kind of use your mulligan in terms of using the bumper here. And right now you see the 14 spun one more time, and now you're just going to see the 88 just get right into the back of the 20. And like he said, he was basically at his bumper for the last couple of laps. He was bumping Brandon Jones in the center of the corner, really was getting close to making that pass. There was no way he could have reacted because he couldn't see that that car was spun out.
I know lap traffic is a thing here, and sometimes you need to move a lap car to get around, but as long as you're leading, I mean, you don't have to worry about moving anybody out of the way, right?
You're safe from nowhere.
Zillage leading Taylor Gray, all guys.
I get an email, your AT&T bill's ready to be red or whatever, and I'm just like, no thanks. If I don't see the money they take out of my account, it's like it never happened. So I'll pass on that. They going to commercial or what?
Jamaica. It's next Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on the CW. The rest of the top 10, Austin Hill, been somewhat quiet after
So the 88's okay, but can't really hit anybody with the right front anymore. Well, you better be out in the lead then. If you're out in the lead, you shouldn't really have to hit anybody. Well, I mean, there'll be lap cars getting anyway, but
He has a spot there now in the 10th position prior to the choose.
And you want to be aggressive. You want to get a lot on these restarts, but you got to be smart. And that's some of the leaders have some damage, right? You've got to be evaluate that risk versus reward every time you're on a restart here because contact can happen so quickly.
We're all set for the restart. Now NASCAR trying to sort some things out.
magically we've waved off the restart.
Week 3. Let's get a report on Taylor Gray. Having a great afternoon so far, Kim.
Yeah, Toyota driver update currently in the third position, and that was the goal. Franklin told me the goal is to get in the top five and stay in the top five. That's because this is a rhythm track. If you're back in the mess, that mid pack, it is way harder to both find and keep that rhythm. This team hunting for a grandfather clock. We talked about Jason Dryglass being the most winning crew chief in the NASCAR Xfinity Series with 57. He also spent some time in the Cup Series. He's being a grandfather clock.
And Joe gives racing more short track wins than any other team.
Ozzy boy.
Xfinity Series 40 times.
Where's EO on Mr. Ozzy? Do you know? Did you lose track of her? That 54 had a hell of a run there. Ooh, man, if that was late in the race, he would go 3 wide, wouldn't he? 54 was fast to start this off. Almirola's coming around the outside. Almirola and Allgaier being up here is bad news for everybody. I think Allgaier's car is just a little better handling right now than the 88. Big block on the 54. And yeah, Allgaier, new leader from the outside. Clusterfuck further back. Oh, man. Eckes getting used up again. Alfredo sent Dean Thompson into him and just jacked him all up. Oh my God. Mayer just got squeezed 3 wide in the wall, partly by his own teammate. It's off of turn 4. I can't believe that doesn't happen more, honestly. Major left front tire rub on the 41. And Zilic takes the lead back. All right, 88 back to the lead. And Alfredo finally finished off Dean Thompson. Spun him out. Could be a break for Mayer there. That tire rub was pretty bad. Hey, Mr. Ozzy, what do you want? Have you found your sister? She was interested in playing with you, I think. Don't flick your little claws at me, buddy. Everybody's, well, not everybody, but a lot of cars pitted here. What are you sitting like that, Ozzy? Well, I can't play with your little foot.
Auto and motorcycle insurance. This is and by the United States Marine Corps. Join us in celebrating 250 years.
Hoorah!
Sam Hart was Mr. Martinsville in the early 80s.
Sam Ard.
Won here 5 times. He's the all-time wins leader from one double zero to another. Caution comes out here just over 20 to go on the stage. And we bet our first really big strategy play. Sheldon Creed among those that elected to come down and get service.
There was a number of cars that pitted there.
Everybody else comes. This group will stay.
So the field's going to be kind of flipped at the start of the third stage. So 17 cars stayed out. Everybody else pitted. From 18th on back, everybody pitted. Good restart for the 88. I think Alfredo's give a fuck meter has pegged and we're not even halfway through the race.
and sort of just start managing your laps, trying to get to the end of the
He's
stage.
about to give a fuck.
Points knowing you got just a minute. They're on new tires, and they would be flipping the stage, but you just don't want to get side by side and have too much racing and lose the
Daniel
start.
Dye's third.
Strategy has also changed the game when you talk about Dash for Cash. Austin Hill is fourth going in the wrong direction here, gets trapped in an outside lane. Rookie's taking advantage. Daniel Dye goes behind the 10. On board here with Williams Sawalich making a move.
And now we look back at some of those cars led by Justin Allgaier trying to make their way back to the field. You got to be really smart and disciplined when you're doing this. You know you're going to get a lot of this track position back. You just want to be the leader of those cars doing that strategy, which Justin Allgaier is doing right here. You want to make your way through the field, but you got to do it smart. No reason to damage that race car.
The temptation would be just go slow and easy.
Can't
But
do that.
unfortunately, everybody else is going to attack and establish that track position once the stage is over. So you got to do what it takes to maintain.
And here we see Eric Almirola on the bottom. Harrison Burton up there. Jeremy running sideways in the exit 4.
Yee.
This ourselves.
Come on, somebody wreck Almirola. It'll be really funny.
Burton, you start in the back after the electrical issues yesterday. Lose a lap, take a wave around, get the caution you need, and now he's riding just outside the top 15, actually in the 15th position, driving the 27 for Jordan Anderson.
Where's Brandon Jones running?
This morning just asked about what was happening there, and he said the electrical issue was something they think they fixed by basically changing everything inside that race car electrically. But he felt like he had a good race car that could compete in the top 10 if we could get some long runs. So he's really hoping for a long run in stage 2.
21st. Okay.
The top 10 are going to have to make a pit
There he is.
stage, but they do a good job right
Clements just gassed it up off a 4 and it didn't stick. He almost did a 4-wheel drift into the wall.
Sammy Smith, the 2 is Jesse Love. He had to come from the back, did Love, but he employed that strategy of pit to flip the stage. And as it stands right now, he's third or fourth in line of those drivers that pit. He can turn his day around with his strategy call.
Absolutely, but he's been in that outside lane. Just needs to be smart here. Justin Allgaier trying to get to the inside of Jim Burton. You just don't want to put yourself in a bad position at this time. You're trying to be, like we talked about, Almirola might get to the stage points because he's just gotten to 10th. But if you're sitting in Jesse Love's position, you're just trying to put yourself in a net gain of restarting higher than you were. If he's able to stay around this area, he would do that restarting close to the top 5.
And you can see it here. You talk about Almirola. He's the best of those drivers that pitted 14 laps ago, has now worked his way up to the 9th position. Allgaier had that spot, won the race off pit road, 3 wide here. This typically does not end well. 0 is Creed, 2 Jesse Love. Outside of them was the 25 of Harrison Burton.
Harrison made the right move there to sort of let them get beneath him. He sort of backed off, didn't try to hold that third lane and slot in behind, trying to just lose the least amount of time as possible.
Down to 7 laps to go on the stage. Burton on those older tires, trapped in the outside lane. It's not on real old tires. He pitted at lap 83s the last time he came down pit road.
Williams Wallace really moving forward. He's been really good on the bottom and getting up off the bottom of the racetrack there. The bottom groove and just has great drive off. He saw this earlier in the first stage. We're seeing it again here late in stage 2.
Yeah, Anthony Alfredo had made a pit stop. He was running in the 7th position. He had stayed out on that last cycle, but they felt like there's an issue there. Look at Josh Williams in the 6th position.
Stage almost over.
Has to make a pit stop at the end of the stage, but he's having another good day, finding his way to the front. His stage points will be good for them. 5 to go, stage 2.
Just good to see him back in a race car all weekend long after battling that pneumonia and having to be out of the race car. And then last week, not practice or qualifying, but getting the race and having a good run there. He's in a good position in the points, and now this is definitely going to help him to stay there in the top 10 at the stage.
Allgaier on those fresher tires has worked his way into the top 10, second in line of that
Connor Zillett sweeps the stages by hook or by crook.
Again for the 88th, the rookie
Strategy all over the place.
two stages here at Martinsville. Right behind him is rookie teammate Waffle Sawalish up there. Di Sanchez. How about the top five in the stage? All rookie of the year.
The 31 just running all into Austin Hill. That was funny. Hey, I missed that when I stopped paying attention. Because I'm kind of bored at the moment. Not a boring race. I'm just personally bored. Oh my fucking god, this damn phone. At least this stream is validating why I'm not streaming anymore except for these races. See if the dumb dog wants to come back in.
Hunters, I'm not
7
trying to work.
miles
Yeah,
on the hillsides of Montana.
unbelievable. He always telling me about these trips. It's pretty wild out there. And of
Favorite
course,
meal.
once again, a sponsor plug. That's a Golden Corral car. All right. I feel
Feel
the
the
theme
tune
here.
on us.
Yeah.
Mention that rookies finish in the top 5
running order's about to be all jacked. I think Almirola is going to be the leader. That's bad. Allgaier second. Bad for everybody else on the track. See if the fresher tires make a difference.
in that state said that they were fired. The car fired off tight and was trending looser. Jeff Mendrick, the crew chief, said, "Let's see where it goes. One more run. No changes on the 18 car." Carson Quapple as well has been fast. Finished second there. He said that he was tight, was struggling to get pointed on exit. They're going to go up a round and a half on the track car for the one car.
Connor Zillage in that 88 said he felt fine, just a little bit snug. He said, I need to get my angles right. Crew chief Marty Lindley said, all right, we're going to leave it alone since the track is going to get cooler as they put four fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel. We watched the race off Progressive Pit Road.
Progressive Pit Road. It's going to be irrelevant because they're going to be like fucking 15th or whatever. Maybe not 15th, but they'll be a little further back. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at the hair on Caden's Create a Wrestler that he made. My hair ain't that thick. But in pictures, it sometimes looks that way. Let me see what my profile picture is right now. I don't even remember what my picture looks like. Well, that's a pretty good picture of me. My hair is very hard to replicate. And depending on certain days, it's completely different. I'm like scrolling through my last three profile pictures, and the part in my hair looks completely different in all three pictures. And then the fourth picture is even more different than that. It's fucking funny. Dude, I was so good looking in 2022. I think 2021 and 2022 is the best I ever looked. I was actually a good looking guy. Because I was really, really skinny. And I'm not as skinny now. I'm still like 40 pounds lighter than I was before. So, I can't complain. But 2021, 2022 me was peak. I looked good. I had the confidence to be clean shaven in 2022 because I hate having a fucking beard. I hate having any kind of facial hair, but I'm usually too lazy to shave, and I feel like I look better with it, so I suffer. Why? I don't know. Nobody gives a fuck.
250 live from Martinsville Speedway for short track race of the year for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. With Parker Kligerman, I'm Adam Alexander. 13 drivers stayed out here. They had made their pit stops, most of them at lap 97. This was their plan all along. Pit under caution, middle of the stage. Flip it, you stay out at the end of the stage, gain some track position. Very anxious.
Get this race over with so I can go talk to myself off stream.
Pit road, but he's going to be restarting outside the top 12, as compromised as they have been today. When you talk about track position, he's led the most laps, 99 out front.
And this will be the most important run of the day. Protect the race car. Remember, he's already got damage in that right front. He can't use it up too much.
Front row, the two drivers red hot. Almirola swept the races here last year. Allgaier 2 in a row this season. They get us going in the
Oh boy, we almost had one of them big Martinsville restart wrecks that I saw a couple of years ago when I was there. Just about. Almirola gets away with the lead. Taylor Gray into second.
Jokers racing 1-2, 54. Taylor Gray gets through to the second position. Into the top 10
Wow,
today
that was almost a big wreck.
Snyder. You're going to start seeing some different names because guys are playing the strategy game. Double zero showing
Zilich is 13th. He's the first car that just pitted.
top 15. But here's the double zero. And remember, he is Dash for Cash eligible.
Nobody cares about the dash for cash. Stop mentioning it.
On the outside, he's been really strong up there, but that's the result of that checkup we saw from Connor Zilic.
Zilich has even more damage now on the front of the car.
Look in the inside, Eric Almirola.
It's hard to be quiet and get it done at Martinsville.
And Taylor Gray just took the lead.
Last week at
Can he hold it?
he wins a pole for the first time in his career, trying to win a race for the first time here today. Takes the lead away from his teammate, 54 on point, and good battles behind him, including teammates here. The 8 is Sandy Smith, 7 is Justin Allgaier.
That was big for Justin. He gets slotted down there in front of Sammy Smith. Now he can really focus forward. We're going to take a look at this restart here where there was this big checkup. Look at the 7 car there. Just so maybe a little issue for him getting to the gears. And that whole outside line then just accordion effects into each other. Now we're on the slow.
Hey, here's a hot take. Start penalizing the car that fucked up the restart.
Dean Thompson there in front of him. And
That's a slippery slope. Let's not do that.
we know he already had that damage on the right front.
We don't need NASCAR making any more judgment calls. I already make too many as it is.
You see the tape on the left front fender, but he's working his way back to the front. He's in the top 10, and he's on those pressure tires. Actually, he made his pit stop at lap 99, so he's on the same cycle. And this group out in front of him just pitted a little bit later because they made an extra stop because of the damage.
God, that 88's just all fucked up now.
Zilic gets the outside wall.
Actually, it was Zilic, yeah, who got the ball.
He got the outside. That car has been beat up all around. I said you had to take care of this race car.
Oh, Quaffle. Goddamn, Austin Hill just drove all through the one. Austin Hill tried to wreck Carson Quaffle, and Quaffle saved it. He ought to let him go and just pile drive him in the next corner.
Osceola's in the back of him. He was
Let him go. Go ahead. Let him go and then just drive it. Oh, my God. Zilich again.
with Zilic on the inside. Now they're 3 wide on the exit. He's
Good grief.
race car just the last couple laps.
45 is
Caution.
direction. Lots of beating and banging, and we get a caution.
Harrison Burton. I don't even know how to describe what I'm looking at there.
Got an entire under tray and splitter.
The under tray and splitter are out from under the 25 and are on his hood.
That's supposed to be under the race car, Adam.
How the fuck did that happen?
So well. And I've been so encouraged with their performance this season.
Oh, he's flipping off whoever that is in the 70.
Really break through AM Racing and Harrison Burton.
Seems like he was a little upset there with Annunziata.
Annunziata, whoever the fuck that is.
Try and find out exactly what went down here. Harrison was in a tough spot. Remember, he had that incident while running the top 10 at stage 1 where Corey Day got into him, jumped in the wall. They actually lost a set of tires in that, so he's been on an older set. He got spun by Annunziata here. Through turn 2, and then Annunziata gets in the front of him and actually rips out that whole splitter and under tray. And it flips
That's one of the weirdest wrecks I've ever seen.
Riding with Garrett Smithley. And by the way, gets the free pass. Running 31st. He'll get back on the lead lap. We've had just enough cautions today to keep a lot of guys in the game. 31 cars on the lead lap. We're into the final stage. Just over 100 laps to go. Taylor Gray, your race leader. New England caution lights on again. Not for this.
Austin Hill driving like Richard Childress trying to break into a police convoy. If you know, you know. Stupid fucking moron. '88's not pitting. Look at their fucking car. Might as well stay out and just fucking deal with it. Son of a bitch. Tired, man. I'm tired. Didn't sleep worth a fuck. Because I was like, hey, if I stay up late, I'll sleep late. I don't know why I always fall for that. If I stay up till 4, I'm still going to wake up at 8 or 9 at the latest. And guess what happened? Fucking stupid.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. Join us in celebrating 250
Hoorah.
years of the feud. Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express Card. And by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com. Look there at the drivers in the field who have found their way to victory lane. Grab that grandfather clock here in Martinsville. Taylor Gray trying to do it today out in front of his teammate, Eric Almirola. Let's check in at the CW garage. Here's Carl.
Yeah, Harrison Burton was the youngest driver to win this race back in 2020 when the Xfinity Series returned to the track for the first time since 2006. Burton says he remembers so much about that
I kind of
race.
forgot about that race.
Dad came on the radio to congratulate him, but he also said he remembers it being rather clean compared to most races there recently. There were only 10 cautions that race, which sounds like a lot, but it's actually tied for the fewest we've seen in Martinsville in recent history. He, of course, was a part of the last caution that we saw with Harrison Burton. So let's take a listen to his radio.
Harrison Burton's had a rough day, and he's letting it get to him. I don't blame him.
A lot of different things happening in terms of cars on different strategies, different tires there, especially towards the back, trying to make up time, keep track position. Lawrence has a unique
Agree.
they stay on the lead lap.
Taylor Gray, Sheldon Creed, Almirola, and Allgaier.
Outside of Sheldon Creed, Almirola picked the inside lane behind his teammate here. They got the smart
Who gets pissed off and runs over somebody next?
ability made it work.
Notice it's hardly ever the guys up front.
Time out there.
It's like between 10th and 25th that the shit always goes down. That's like the red zone there, 10th to 25th. Oh, Sheldon Creed was so close to winning here a couple of years ago. Trying to get that lead around the outside.
He's done a really good job reminiscent of what Justin Allgaier did earlier, but you got to get it done early. As you run longer, it's going to get tougher and tougher to make that outside work. But you know, if you can get out front, take the lead here, you control the race with 100 laps to go. Everyone's got a set of tires left. You're going to pit one more time. If you can be at the front of the train when that happens, you can win this race. Creed will not go away. Not giving up, fighting for everything he's got out there on the outside.
And Almirola's just waiting.
Really caught both of them in the center of the corner. That's Eric Almirola wondering which way to go here as he looks at both of them side by side. Everyone at home feels the pain of Eric Almirola. You're driving down the interstate, guys in the left
And you can't run over the guy on the bottom because he's your teammate,
lane to do it in.
and you're a part-time has-been in the minor leagues.
He does best at this racetrack, and better maybe than anyone is manage those tires. We potentially be looking at one of the longest runs of the day here, and that's where he really comes to his own. This is what he was so good at doing in the Cup Series, and right now just sitting there as he chose the inside, waiting for these two to sort of figure it out.
And the problem for Creed, if you can't get out in front of Gray and pull down, you may really start going in the wrong direction because they're going to be stacked up on that inside lane.
I think Taylor Gray's finally going to be clear
I think
on the inside.
have to give it up here on the outside. He's lost a lot of position.
Yeah.
Taylor Gray going in.
And now Marolis to the inside of Creed, so game over there.
Now Marola now trying to slide up to second. Creed not clear of the bottom. Sammy Smith right
And Carson Quapple's got another problem,
off the pace. Gonna bring it
and they throw a caution. What happened?
Right, I mean, he's talking about that amazing save.
Did the 21 take him out?
Seen it sit here off of turn 4 with him and Sam Mayer fighting for
Oh,
11.
I think it was Mayer.
He was one of the best drivers that played the strategy to run it long to the end of the stage. Was 11th when this happened.
Right, so here you see Sam Mayer in that 41 green white car.
Eee.
With Zillich on the outside, Sam sort of
Holy shit.
Larson tries to
He
get
Larsoned him.
and it actually shoves him into the inside barrier there. A hard
God damn, that's as hard as I've seen anybody hit like that.
Zillich able to get by both of them. We know the damage for the 88, but he's now back up there to 9th. So our pole sitter who won the first
That's fucking shitty.
continues to have a solid afternoon despite some of the challenges and tough positions he's been put in.
Well, he's hit a lot of things. He has.
God, driver's side.
So much speed in practice, qualifies in the front row, coming to a place that he's been so successful in late models. Had a great run last year in getting the top 5. I knew he had a ton of confidence, and he's definitely had the speed, but obviously this wreck is going to hurt Dylan.
Well, this is a lot more interesting than last year's spring Martinsville Xfinity race.
As you see, the crew is going to get a closer look underneath there. They want to make sure they can check the toe, make sure everything measured okay. So looks to be okay for now. They'll change 4 tires and fill the one car up with fuel. But yeah, as you were saying, Parker, it's been kind of the story of their year. It seems like really fast, but just some unfortunate luck that hinders a good finish.
Ooh, well, a lot of guys pitting, but I see a couple stay out.
Not surprised. Inside of 100 laps to go. Everybody's got a set of tires. Here they are down the progressive pit lane.
It's the money stop.
And Sheldon Creed, who was battling there for the lead, said that the car was way better. Just felt like he needed a little bit more drive. So they're going to try to make an adjustment for that here as he peels on the pit road. We'll go around and change right side tires. Don't see a wrench in anybody's hands. So maybe just an air pressure adjustment here from Jonathan Toney just to get the double zero a little bit better for Sheldon Creed.
And teammates, both Eric Amarola and Taylor Gray come down pit road. You see Eric there, his team's on my feet on our numbers, so let's come chasing lateral for a quick roll the first few laps after fire off. You see this chase down entry, you see the 54 there on the left, just a little bit tick free. Did he take an air pressure adjustment?
How close was the race off progressive pit road? It was tight, but
Taylor Gray. But I think a couple cars stayed out.
final the pole last week at Miami wins the race off. Top 6 cars holding serve. Austin Hill gains a couple, but it's Creed, Almirola, Sammy Smith, and Allgaier coming off 2nd through 4th, and here it
Towards the end to be able to get through some of the cars that stayed out.
Now here's the deal. You win the race off pit road. That's the good news. The only challenge now is the cars that stay out. So 11 stay out. You're going to have to work your way through traffic, and this is a lot to manage, especially for a young driver like Taylor Gray. And then I think about the pressure that's going to be on Sheldon Creed. You've established yourself with some track position. Those other drivers out in front of you are going to have to make a pit stop. However, if you're Creed, the pressure of never having won a race at this
Well, here you go. You got Eckes, Smite, Snyder, Williams, Sawalich, Brennan Poole, Daniel Dye, Nick Sanchez, Josh. Jesus Christ. And these guys can all make it. And all the good cars are buried pretty fucking deep here. The fresh tire guys are buried pretty deep, and the best cars of the day are buried deep. And Eckes is out front. Eckes knows how to lead here at Martinsville. Let's see how patient Taylor Gray and Almirola can be picking their way through this mess. And I do mean mess if you look at some of these cars. Taylor Gray, go for it. 3 watt, fuck it. Get in there. Send it in there. Make them give you the fucking room. They're slow. They'll get the idea. That was a great move. He needed to force that 3 wide to get in there to stay ahead of Almirola and Creed, who are in the same situation he's in. That's the race within the race right now. Taylor Gray, Almirola, Sheldon Creed, Justin Allgaier. Jesus. Sawalich and Daniel Dye running second, third. This ain't an ARCA race. Almirola just got used up or something. Almirola's lost a lot of ground in this traffic to the guys that are probably going to be fighting for the win. Taylor Gray's 4th. Allgaier's 9th. Almirola's 16th. So what happened here? Austin Hill drove through the 11, and the 11 got sent up into Almirola, and that probably killed Almirola's chances in this race. Sawalich. If it goes green, you ain't pitting again, but we all know this race probably ain't going to go green. Fucking Allgaier forcing his way in there. He's got to pick up the pace. Whoa, Allgaier just fucking bump and run 3 cars at once. Sent them all out of the way. That's 3 for the price of 1, buddy. That was Snyder, Sanchez, and Brennan Poole. All 3 got sent out of the way there. And they're all still in front of poor Almirola. Taylor Gray into third with the freshest tires and the best track position of the cars and the freshest tires. Setting up for a potential first career win today. And my Snyder just got sent by Brennan Poole.
Myasek just got shoved up out of the groove once again by Brendan Poole, and Eric Almirola's kind of been trapped some of all this here in this traffic as they all try to sort it out. He's lost a couple positions and a lot of track position to some of the other cars in those tire strategy. Seven says thank you.
Whoa! Zillich just got spun. That'll be a caution. It's right in front of everybody in the middle of turn 1 and 2. Cars going by on both sides. 74 to go.
75 to go. And for those drivers that have a set of tires, I mean, the biggest question I have here, Parker, is how many are on the lead lap? 31 on the lead lap. You give them a lot of track position if you come down here.
I think the 88 wheel hopped as well. I don't think Sieg was on his bumper there. It looked a lot like when the 17 spun out.
Oscar, give us your best coconut impression. All right, Tim, your turn. Coconut impression.
Oh, well, Ickes was leading. He gave up. You pretty much have to pit here if you're those cars that stayed out last time. If it went green, they probably would have ended up better off. Oh, the exhilarating conversation here on my streams.
rookie driver.
It is, but he got that track position. He had good enough pace, and he only has really a 12 lap difference in green flag laps on these tires to these newer tires, so he's not in a terrible position.
And now we do the choose. It's going to be an all rookie front row, both from
Gray and Sawalich going to do a little teamwork here, do you think?
what about the 54, Kim?
Yeah, you saw that.
Kind of late in the day for that.
That was one of the pit stalls we talked about before the race. That pit stall one from Win.
Not surprised they stayed out, but they're fucked. Well, Sawalich is fucked.
Something that you may want to note: the car that Taylor Gray is driving, that chassis is the one.
This has to be a team order restart here between them, right? Like Sawalich is going to let him in.
Kim, I did just confirm with Jeff Mender and crew chief on the 18. Their plan is to stay out. He said we've had top 5 speed all weekend. Just have to find a way.
Yeah, the 18's got top 5 speed. They just don't have a top 5 driver.
Chief for Brandon Jones when he won here 2022. They ran long.
Yeah, we got top 5 speed. Too bad your driver ain't top 5.
Jason Ratcliffe calling the shots for the 54 at Taylor Gray. The winningest crew chief in the history.
Ooh, what are they going to do on this fucking restart? Look at the fucking gap back to Austin Hill on the 4th row. Jesus Christ. Shockingly, no teamwork here between Sawalich and Taylor Gray. I figured it's a foregone conclusion with the tire advantage Gray has over him right now. He would wreck himself. Oh, Creed, get in there, Creed. And Gray saved it and comes out with the lead and flips off his teammate. He cut across the 18. Gray almost wrecked himself. And I thought the gates of heaven opened there for Creed and he was going to get through, but there's too many laps to go for him to lead and hang on anyway. Creed into second, where he's, used to being. 65 laps to go. Props to Taylor Gray. He's driven an unbelievable race so far.
His strategy really depended, as you put it, on getting into the lead, getting a little bit of a gap like his teammate Taylor Gray has done here, and then trying to just manage your laps and hope it sort of spreads out so you don't lose too much time over the course of the run. But now he's going to be fighting in a hornet's nest here of tires, of cars that have better tires than his.
Dean Thompson trapped in that outside lane. Another rookie driving a Toyota for Sam Hunt.
Three wide action here.
Whoa.
Brad Perez on the left rear of Nick Sanchez.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, Daniel Dodd
Sammy Smith going for second.
is starting to make some moves. Christian Eckes came at lap 179. He's up to 13th. Let's think dash for cash for a minute. Sheldon Creed, the best of the bunch. Second, but about to lose that to Sammy Smith. Allgaier's up there in the top 10. So is Austin.
A lot of cars on the lead lap because of all the cautions. And very few cars out of the race, so there's a long way to fall here if you get wrecked now.
They felt like they were coming here with a chance to win right now. Second place. They definitely have the speed here late in this race.
And he was the worst qualifier when you look at your That's just like putting a carrot out in front of your driver, right?
They know they're racing for 2 prizes today.
You know, Allgaier said coming this weekend, we're going to do a little testing. We want to make sure we got our car where it needs to be when we come back here in the fall because this is such a critical race when you come here in the playoffs. This is the cutoff in the round of 8 to determine who runs for a championship.
And some of that was because he felt like even though they'd won here before, they just never had that dominant race car. They never been that car to beat at this racetrack, so they're still searching for what they want inside this race car. Jared showed with a lot of speed this weekend, but still just trying to find what they want inside for just how
Caution is out. Oh, what happened? Remote broadcast, oh, the 07. Somebody in the back fucking spun out. Whoop-de goddamn do.
You know, I'm looking, and the timing of this caution is interesting for a couple of guys. I had mentioned, Eckes, we were on board with Daniel Dye. They had waited. They gave up the track position, but they get those tires, and the fact that they've already worked their way up top 12, top 15, and we still have 59 laps to go. Now you tighten up the field, you get a restart, it just opens the door to go get some more. That strategy call could be really
Ooh.
Down turns 1 and 2. Simple loop, but he's going to end up sitting there trying to get it refired. It's long enough that even the leaders got back to him and by him, so NASCAR just a caution.
There's so much going on in the latter part of this race. And look at Taylor Gray, who's taking the win, and William Swallace now going to make a pit stop. So they tried to stay out. They lost all the track position. You don't want to go home with a set of tires, so the 18 is in, Dylan.
Yeah, and I think, if you put tires on here, maybe you just get enough yellows and everybody's bunched up together that you can come out a net positive on this. So kind of had their bed made and just have to adjust on the fly here. A little slow on the left front. You see they're not going to be a huge penalty, but see what Sawallich can do. He's going to have to pass a lot of cars here over the final 50 laps or so.
But I would say something to give him a little hope is what we established out of Eckes and Adai. Well, after that last cycle of pit stops, I thought they might be in some trouble, but they've already worked their way back. Here's the most difficult thing, showing 32 cars on the lead lap. So, some of those are damaged and going to be well off the pace. May even let him pull up a little bit for the restart, but he's going to have to pass a lot of cars, as Dylan said, trying to establish a net gain here.
Yeah, he's have to do some serious work. Going to want some green flag running here to try and make those tires work for him and have that advantage to kind of cut through the field and maybe get one of those later cautions or a sequence of cautions once you've gotten the track position that sort of bunches up the field and gives you the chance to use your better tires.
Aerial coverage. Helicopter.
It's very aggressive. I can't get over how tame the last two Martinsville spring races were. They were so fucking boring, and then today it's like it feels like the playoff Xfinity Martinsville race.
Bristol. We got some classics on the schedule right now.
Two great short tracks and one of the greatest
And I'm glad Xfinity got their spring Bristol race back this year.
surface running right next to the wall and all over that place. One of my favorite racetracks, I think a fan favorite as well for a lot of reasons. But this place
Can't wait till it rains all Bristol weekend like it does every time.
being Martinsville.
Hey, it didn't last year. I was there.
Oh, yeah, the calm eyes of Gary
Last year's spring Bristol was a lot of fun.
with Michelle Bowers.
Probably the last good Bristol Cup race you'll see for a long time was last spring.
When we come around the next time, we'll do the choose. And I look at all the drivers that have led laps today. Connor Sillage starts on the pole, wins the first two stages, led 99 laps, but he's had a lot of damage, beaten up race car for him. Taylor Gray's taken over here in the final stages, led 33 laps. Eckes led those 22. Brandon Jones had that time at the front. He's led 22 laps, and he's in a decent spot right now up there in fourth. He could make something happen. Eric Almirola swept the races here last year, has led 7 laps today, and is in the 6th position prior to the choose.
He really struggled there as we got into stage 3 in terms of getting swamped in some traffic.
Hey, Sheldon Creed, how bad do you want to win?
Taylor Gray lost a few
Taylor Gray, Sammy Smith,
just doesn't look like
Sheldon Creed inside, Allgaier outside.
Sometimes that driver in second taking the low lane, going behind the race leader. This time Sammy Smith takes the outside. Been a great track for Sammy Smith. Justin Allgaier radio, the 7 starting right behind his teammate here.
to be honest with you. I wish you built a tank and I could just drive you guys like these guys all do. But he does good.
Allgaier saying he wants to run through everybody. Not your teammate in front of you, surely.
That's the mentality sometimes here.
His looks fairly clean. I think that could pay off. No, I wouldn't be too upset having a clean car like that with 54 to go here, Martinsville, especially in this race that we've seen.
He just kind of hovered last week in Miami. You know,
Yeah, I know. It's just
hovered,
very
hovered,
bizarre.
even late restart. Okay, I'll take the checkered flag and the money. 53 to go. Green once again in Martinsville.
Really strong restart by
8 car got a good launch. He's just up on the outside, so it's going to be a little harder here. 54 is really good. Long way to go. Feels like a long way to go if you're the one leading. If you're a few cars behind this, you ain't got a lot of time left.
And if you're Taylor Gray, what you try to do is sort of move that aim just up the racetrack a little bit as you enter a little higher, not all the way down to that curve, trying to force him to have a longer way around as he clears Sammy Smith doing exactly that out of 4.
Big sigh relief for driver 54.
Gray cleared for the lead. Coming to 50 to go.
That is big because the 7 and 00 racing for the
Is this race going to settle down now? We have more back. We ain't even had a Chris Wright caution yet. And caution. Harrison Burton again. Good God. Races you'd like to forget. Harrison Burton, Martinsville, 2025. Look at the old progress bar. Long green run, stage caution. Short run, caution, short run, caution, short run. That was kind of a long run. Short run, caution, short run. Medium run. A lot of cautions. Couldn't tell you who run over Harrison that time. Almirola just give up and pit. Yeah, he pitted. I don't blame him. They weren't going to win. Didn't get through the traffic as good as the guys he was racing. Kind of got, blocked and run over. Taylor Gray seems to be very difficult to beat. Got involved in that early crash. I mean, kind of caused it. Yeah, he was involved in it all right. 35 stopped on track.
because Greg Van Alst has stopped in the 35. But for Justin Allgaier, he's already
It's always useless shitbox cars that do stuff like this.
won 6 times. If he does it again today, not only you win it, you set yourself up to be eligible again in 2 weeks at Bristol. We're not doing the Dash for Cash next Saturday at Darlington because throwback weekend, we didn't want to take away from that. But he would be eligible again at Bristol. And here's the other thing. I mean, he just continues to put him in a better spot to win this race. He's going for his third consecutive victory. Wins at Las Vegas and Miami the last 2 weeks.
It's amazing. If he's able to get this done, that'll be $700,000 in his career in the Dash for Cash. If he was able to sweep all four here this year, it'd be close to $1 million. So he's done well with that Dash for Cash program.
Well, and you talked earlier about how clean that race car is. Right behind him, a driver that's a little dinged, right? And ironically, it happened to Brandon Jones when he was leading the race. But when he spent that time out front, he was able to win our fastest lap of the day. The Xfinity fastest lap pays a point at the end of this race. Jones looking for a fourth consecutive top 10 finish. And you said it in the pre-race. First 3 races, he makes his return to Joe Gibbs Racing, did not go his way. Average finish outside the top 25. But the last 3 weeks have been outstanding for him. He's getting it done today at Martinsville. Great racetrack, got a wonderful history here. He's won at Darlington, where we go next week. So some real opportunities ahead for that 20 team.
And barring that incident when he was in the lead, he was really looking like he was one of the top contenders against the 88 early in this race. Speed-wise, you see everyone weaving around. You're trying to keep those tires as clean as you can as we get these multiple restarts. You see all that rubber that laid down. All these cars start picking that rubber up under caution. You're trying to get those tires as clean as you can. It's really important. It's really difficult to do here. It's easy to spin the tires. It's really easy not to have them clean enough as you go off in a turn one and not have the grip that you want.
Big restart coming. Just over 40 laps to go.
Clutch up, Taylor Gray. Great restart. Better than the last one. No real pressure on him. He's already clear.
Strong restart by Justin Allgaier to slot in there to be just the inside of Sammy Smith.
Teammates, will they be friendly? Allgaier says you're not getting down in front of me. 7 trying to get up there to the runner-up position. Sheldon Creed right there as well. We're thinking Dash for Cash. We're thinking first turn victory.
We don't care about the Dash for Cash, bro. And Dean Thompson got spun. Caution's out again. This race is never going to end.
Sammy Smith there was really crowding Justin Allgaier, trying to get real aggressive, of pinching him down towards the
This is the race that never ends.
corner. Justin Allgaier was taking none of it.
Thompson was 13th, and really had been a nice day, nice weekend. Was solid here yesterday as well. Virginia driver. Cautions today. Getting close to our average of 13 since we came back here in 2020.
We're going to get a look back at what happened to Dean Thompson here. Keep an eye on that green, lime green and white car, Sam Mayer.
Dean Thompson spun out the same way we've seen a couple of guys spin. Just lock it up into one under heavy braking and just lose it.
Yeah, just lost, you sort of
Wheel hopping.
You're trying to get lower and lower underneath Christian Eckes. And this is easy to do because you see that space in that room and the real estate down below. But when you get down there, the tracks can be, if you're way lower, a little dirtier. And you then have to sort of slow the car up more than you anticipate. When you do that, you lock the rears, spin around. That's what happened to Dean Thompson.
Celsius onboard camera, the view for Jet Burton.
And what have we seen 3 or 4 times today? This exact scenario of drivers just basically, just lock the rears way early, trying to pitch off the entry, and get down to the inside of the 16 of Eckes.
Oh no!
Fourth time that I mentioned that we've seen someone lock the rears, get a bit of a wheel hop, spin around as they're trying to get to the inside. It shows you the fine line that these drivers and these race cars are on when you're in the braking zones here at Martinsville. There's a lot of opportunity because the braking zones are large. There's a lot of chance to try and, make an aggressive move. But at some point, you got to get that car stopped. And when you're asking to do a lot while turning at the entry of the corner, that can happen.
You're not going to make a pit stop here unless you just have a really significant problem. All these teams are out of tires.
Sorry I'm yawning. I just did not sleep worth a shit.
Trying to get his first career victory, rookie driver from New Mexico. Sammy Smith has finished second here on two different occasions. Good start to the year for him. Third-year driver from Iowa. Junior Motorsports has enjoyed a lot of success. 3 wins here in the last 9 races. One of those belongs to Justin Allgaier, chasing the dash for cash. Our rating champ is third. Fourth, Sheldon Creed, another driver going for the money. Two. Wants his first career victory. He's been second here on two different occasions. Last time Brandon Jones won an Xfinity race, Martinsville 2022. He's battled some tough times today, but he's fifth. I don't know how, but Carson Qualcomm's also had his fair share of problems find his way in the top 10.
That car hit the inside wall a ton. It's, as Dylan reported, the wheel is not knocked out in the toe, so he's recovered nicely.
RCR teammates going for win number 100 with the Richard Childress Racing Organization. Hill is 7th, Love is 8th, and now we get to choose. Gonna get this restart.
All these restarts are just another chance for a young Taylor Gray to fuck this up, but he's been doing a great job so far. For his sake and honesty and honestly, just like for the integrity of the race, I'd like to see it run out to the end here. The frequent cautions, it kind of gets a little silly having a caution every 3 to 5 laps.
Great for Gray to be in control of the race. That's what you want. You wouldn't give up the top spot. But you have so many restarts. Gosh, you start showing your hand a little bit, right? I mean, you run out of cards to play. Here's to radio Jesse Love.
I think we can win this race. Go. So we're not going off deal. I like it, and I agree. I've made that decision plenty of times here at Martinsville. I think it worked all but once. So, but hey, he thinks he's got the car. He wants to make some headway on the top. Let's see if it works for him.
35 laps.
All right.
We get another caution. It's been a busy final stage. Great.
Nailed the restart again. 8 car good into turn 1, but not as good. Not as good as he needed to be. Taylor Gray's clear again.
Eckes on those fresher tires, trying to make it work into turn 3. Could get physical here. Allgaier going after his teammate for second. 7 and 8 side by side.
34 laps to go.
12 for 4th.
And Eckes into Jesse Love into Carson Quapple. Caution's out again. Can guys just stop running into Carson Quapple? Like, he keeps getting fucking run over.
These two are playing bumper cars trying to get going.
They were 6th and 7th. And that's how quickly your day can change at
I
Martinsville.
think the radiator's busted on the 2.
Secret of events that happened here. Speed on the outside. There's the
That might be alright. He's smoking a lot.
and something that you're just not even a part of because so many cars
I feel like Eckes might have shoved Love into the one. Maybe I'm wrong. Can't see. Yeah, a little bit.
Eckes who may have been hit by Austin Hill
Austin Hill wrecked Eckes into Love into Quapple.
real aggressive going to the inside and yeah.
Oh, yeah. Austin Hill just drove through everybody again because he has no fucking talent whatsoever.
Carson Quapple. Bit of retaliation probably Austin Hill's.
Austin Hill's a stupid dipshit who caused that wreck, being a dumbass.
Top 10, everyone's still very
Pissed about a race he never had a chance to win because it's not a fucking super speedway.
pit road. You know, he had had 2 finishes outside the top 10, dating to Darlington last fall. I mean, this driver has really been rolling latter part of 2024, early portion of 25. His day is done. Second time outside the top 10 this season for Jesse Love.
Blame your fucking teammate.
Especially you get this late portion of the race.
But I'm sure nobody at RCR is mad that Austin Hill literally caused a wreck that took out his own teammate.
And then get caught up in something of two drivers that were going to upset with each other. Then they were in this awkward position of staring at each other, basically able to wave, look at each other's eyes. It's always an interesting position to be in as a race car driver.
Not a super speedway, so
Trying to give each other space. And another bit of contact.
You know, for Jesse Love, though, you win the season opener at Daytona, and it takes a lot of pressure off because you know inevitably you're going to have days like today. You start in the rear, you have a hard time finding the track position, even when you get it. You get
The super speedway merchant's not going to merchant one today because this track requires talent to drive.
Luke Cook and Clancy Brown star in an all-new episode of Good Cop, Bad Cop Wednesday, 9, 8 Central, right here on the CW. We've been able to get our money's worth so far here this afternoon, and a lot more still to come in the Marine Corps 250 NASCAR Xfinity Series. Is the first short track race of the year. Proud to be bringing it to you on CW with Parker Kligerman. I'm Adam Alexander. Great coverage in the pits today. Dylan McCoon. Over in the CW garage is Carla Metz. And here's one of the big storylines this time of year. We do the Dash for Cash, race number 2. And it was Justin Allgaier who won it last week, but all 4 drivers now in the top 10, and they can smell the money. They can, and through all this crazy.
And the dipshit in the 21 is just going to drive through all of them and just plow everybody into the wall.
All still have a shot. You look at Justin Allgaier leading in third. That's
Still not going to change the fact that he can only win on one type of racetrack
right now, especially for what we've seen on some of these restarts and the amount of content.
and that he'll never make it in the Cup Series because his future's with RCR, and that team will be fucking dead within the next 10 years probably because that's how bad they suck.
Wrong bad bump, wrong positioning, being overly aggressive. Someone else, in the case of Jesse Love, getting angry and pointing and retaliating at another driver, ends your day. None of your own doing. That's what happens here at Martinsville. That's why none of those Dash for Cash drivers are out of chance. Here's the driver that I'm really curious about. One, because his car looks like it's virtually destroyed, Christian Eckes, but also they played a different strategy. They've got fresher tires than those other drivers up there in the top 10. What does that mean now? I don't know. But I'm not sure we'll find out unless we get a little bit of a green flag run, and we really haven't, Dylan.
Well, and I think it's interesting. This car, I feel like how many times this year have we commented on the 16 car that looks like this, and they still, sometimes turn it into good results. So this kind of looks like a Martinsville car. But it's interesting because Christian told me yesterday he knows the feeling that he needs in a car. He's been so good here in the truck, swept the races last year. He said, I know the feeling that I need, and we got it on the sim, and was really happy with it yesterday. Just battled some braking issues. So this is kind of what they expected, and now that they've got this tire advantage, I think they may run out of laps if we keep getting yellows, but they certainly been able to move forward here. So I don't know whether they want to go green or whether the yellows are helping them or hurting them, but they're in a good spot for sure.
That's a great point, Dylan. I was thinking they
Still not getting the one to go because of a wreck Austin Hill caused for no reason.
were basically every corner of that race car was beat up and ripped off, and he got a top 5 there. Seems to be the mark of Christian Eckes, the 16 car. No matter the amount of damage, they seem to still be able to find some good finishes, and he's definitely in a good position. Initially, one of Austin Hill through all of that mess that went down in turn 1, just outside the top 5, and has the newest tires when he went up there. Great stories, 9th on back. I mean, we talk about Eckes' teammate Daniel Dye, similar strategy is 9th, looking for top 10s. Right behind him, Jeb Burton coming from the rear today. And I mean, you look at Daniel Dye here, but Jeb has put up with a lot, and he's 10th, trying to get a third top 10 finish in the last 4 races here, which would be remarkable for that team who came in on the positive side of the playoff cut line. Brennan Poole looking for another top 15. He had top 15s in both races here a season ago. Major recovery for Jeb Burton there. He was a lap down towards the end of stage 1. It's gotten all the way back here to be in the top 10, and that's something we've seen Jeb Burton do often, is just
grind out the races and find a way to be right there in the top 10 when it matters.
You talk about being a lap down. Dr. Patrick Staropoli was a lap down, got a free pass, and when we told that story, I'm like, this has already been a good day. You've just hung in there. But now in his debut running part-time,
They're gonna jinx this poor guy,
the 15th position racing
Patrick Starapoli or whatever his name is.
behind him trying to get his best run of the
They're
year.
gonna jinx this dude.
Really, from 10th to 20th, there are so many drivers that at some point today have been in a compromising you don't have to look too far back. And there is the 88 once again of Connor Zillich, who won the first two stages from the pole and had all kinds of damage.
Dude, Connorsville is like 19th. We're not talking about him right now. I hate he had a shitty race after sweeping the stages. Fucking hood's barely hanging on.
Well, it was in that last incident that he was in, they were able to come down pit road and actually clear that right front there, which was kind of falling into the tire a little bit as we get this wonderful shot. The sun setting, the hills here.
You're not there. Don't say here. You're in a studio in fucking Mooresville or Charlotte or wherever the hell you are.
Started this race with the
I think it's in Charlotte.
beating on the racetrack, really higher temperatures than historically here at this race in the spring. Laying tons of rubber, but as that sun sets, we're starting to see the lights take more effect on the Martinsville Speedway, and that means this racetrack is going to get faster, more grip. It's going to change things a little bit.
32 cars on the lead lap. We get to choose with 23 to go. So we'll go green with 22 remaining.
Sammy Smith took the inside. I guess he's just going to run through the 54 this time. He's going to do the Sam Mayer from last week. I can't believe all little Kyle Larson fans were like really upset about that. Like, yeah, Mayer's an idiot, but Larson should have just fucking went when he got to the restart box and dusted everybody. And why are you so upset about a fucking Xfinity race? So I hope everybody up in this top 5 or so was paying attention last week, especially Taylor Gray, who has been doing a great job.
Taylor Gray celebrated a birthday this week. Justin Allgaier said Merry Christmas to me as he gets the front row alongside the rookie.
Could be a blessing or a curse, I'm not sure.
Let's see what Allgaier can do with him. Allgaier's been remarkably clutch this season. Another great fucking restart for the 54, but the 8 car's right there with him. Jacked him up into turn 1, but couldn't stay on him. Taylor Gray clear again. Sammy Smith dooring his teammate. As 54 just gets farther and farther away. Unbelievable short run car for Taylor Gray. We know he's good on the long run and in traffic too, so he's just best all around. This is his race until about 3 restarts from now when he just gets fucking dumped. 20 laps to go. Miraculously, 20 laps to go. Music to my ears, Adam. I'm tired. I want to take a nappy nap. And what the fuck, dude? Who the hell was that running into the back of the 16 there? That was so unnecessary. Big fucking wreck. Was that Sam Mayer that was just plowing into the back of him? A lot of cars done after that one. And our 45th caution of the day. Eckes got loose and then got just destroyed from behind, I think, by Sam Mayer.
See him throw his helmet inside the AMR safety truck. Back inside at 20 laps to go.
Unfortunately, Austin Hill was not in the wreck.
Punch there to the inside. Christian Eckes,
And yeah, 41 just fucking
but it puts him in the
wrecks him, just drives through him like he ain't there.
he gets off the corner. He's already a little bit sideways.
He's loose, and then 41 finished him off.
And Sam Mayer gets
So hey, Sam Mayer strikes again.
and it really there for Sam Mayer.
Dude, Jesus, man.
Eckes is just not able to. He's already
And red flag.
now being when he
So now we're going to be here for another hour and a half.
there was no hanging on.
I had a feeling that was going to be a red flag wreck.
The success of Team Colic and all of their drivers that had something today to shout about.
For fuck's sake.
Them involved in this incident.
Bunch of no driving idiots.
The 16 of Christian Eckes. But Williams, Josh got a piece of that as well.
How many times is Taylor Gray going to have to nail a restart to fucking win this thing? Take your hands off the wheel, buddy.
Patience and aggression. I mean, you know you have to go, but you run the risk once you go of getting right in the middle of it. And, Daniel Dye, maybe that's a little bit of an aggressive move. He's fully in his right to do that, but knowing that his teammate there has some of the newest tires of the top five, him as well, it might have been smarter just to try to follow the 16 there into the corner into turn one. But when he got just down there, as we're looking at Chris Rice here, who watches two of his cars wreck out of the top 10. Yeah, Team President and Team Colic, yep. And really, both those drivers will have to discuss that one afterwards because I think had Daniel not made that move and put Christian in that awkward position, not able to turn down to turn one, they wouldn't have ended up in the middle and end up getting spun out by Sam Mayer. Free pass here goes to Corey Day. That's good for driver 17. Taylor Gray leading 18 laps remain at Martinsville. The Wheeler caution lights on.
Boring ass red flag. Now my suffering is complete. I'm watching Gunther and CM Punk sing after their cage match today in Vienna. Gunther acting like a baby face because they're in Austria. Gunther.
But the late part of this race belongs to rookie Taylor Gray. He's out front. He's led 70 laps, and he's in charge of the field right now. Should we dial him up? I think we should. That would be great. I like this opportunity. This is very cool to do. Hey, Taylor, it's Parker Claiborne up in the CW booth. We've been admiring your restarts. They've been absolutely flawless, and you've somehow avoided all the chaos in this race. How have you done that so far? Yeah, Parker.
'Cause there ain't no mountain high
And that's
enough.
when he was involved in that crash done for the day, Kim.
Yeah, so big details of his day until that crash.
Till he got killed by Sam Mayer.
I mean, it looks like the 41 just drove through me. So it is what it is. You got some L, and that's kind of an understatement. The leaf filter Camaro was actually pretty good today.
Eckes was pretty good today. He's not lying.
Compared to the last couple weeks,
Sam Mayer doesn't know how to not run through people late in races.
pretty much everybody in the field. So obviously super disappointed.
And Austin Hill tried to rake this dude like 3 times.
Got drove through. So yeah, great.
You mentioned the 41 twice. That's Sam Mayer. Does this necessitate a conversation?
He's not going to change anything. I mean, whatever. Moving on.
That takes me back to the radio from Justin Allgaier. When he restarted outside row two, and he's having a conversation with the team, and he talks about how to handle these situations, right? I don't want to bulldoze my way through there, but I feel like, and I don't want to place a blanket over every driver in the field, but you know this, when you're in these situations and you get to one of these restarts late, it's like, I gotta go, and sometimes aggression takes over.
And, for Sam Mayer in that position, he was definitely a little over aggressive in attaching the rear bumper and sort of keeping that going through as you saw the 16 getting as sideways as he's in. And Sam has been historically an aggressive driver.
Sam has historically been an idiot who drives through people, but sometimes he uses those powers for good. See Martinsville 2023.
But he does put himself in positions like that where he seems to
Ski.
get the better of him, place the car in front of him.
I think it was 2023. No, was it 22? No, it was 2023. I was in Dallas during that. I was watching the race on a computer at the hotel swimming pool.
Part of the process of racing 33 weeks over a whole season against some of the same competitors, you're going to have run-ins, and you've got to find a way to potentially make that work for you guys or work it out. But for Sam Mayer there, in terms of what he was doing, it definitely was slightly aggressive. And I think when Christian looks back at that replay there of what happened, he also being in the middle was in a really tough position trying to get off that car.
We're talking about Sam Mayer. He is 7th right now. Teammate Sheldon Creed is 5th.
Fascinating.
How many green laps have we done since like lap 189? 78? 5 maybe? 10-4. That's what it feels like.
Creed's bitching about all the cautions. One of us. One of us.
Question each of the last 4 runs.
I'm also bitching about all the
5
cautions.
laps or less. I mean, that's incredible.
Less. Adam Alexander's way too excited about it.
The average amount of cautions.
If you want to bring calm to any situation, just talk to
Damn, Dale Jr.'s shitting all over this race. This racetrack is historic and deserves better.
And as we get ready to, I think, fire the engines here, it sounds like we'll get JT's thoughts here real quick. So, what do you do to keep Sheldon's a pretty calm guy?
So Dale Jr. does not approve.
What is your message to him as we get ready to restart?
it's going to be crazy. He's a pro. He's been here and done this before, so he knows what they don't really have to pump him up or keep him calm anyway. It's been a tough day, been a tough battle for us. Qualifying yesterday didn't go the way we wanted, but Sheldon showed a lot of experience and showed a lot of maturity. Here keeping us in a position, and we're in a position, so that's all we can ask for.
I heard him say that he felt like the entry was still a little free. I know you guys have battled that. Do you feel like that makes
Okay, so if the Xfinity Series drivers keep this up, they don't deserve to race at Martinsville. Take it back off the schedule.
We'll see how this series goes here. Maybe we can get to the bottom, and maybe that'll kind of help some of that. But it's gonna be short run to go. It'll be elbows up now, so we'll see what happens.
Thanks for your time. Sheldon Creed will restart 5th, Kim.
And Jesse Love finally out of the care center. He was involved in the incident before the incident that brought out this red flag. We saw some frustration from you getting out of the car. What happened and why were you so upset?
I really didn't show that much frustration. I actually feel like I kept my cool pretty good there, but man, I thought our car was really good. We had one stage of the race. There's the replay. It's no ideal. Obviously, I'm bummer to the one car he had to be involved in that debacle. He didn't do nothing wrong all day, and I didn't really feel like I did much wrong all day. I really tried my damnedest.
Talk about how your teammate caused the wreck.
Not piss people off, and I really felt like I did a good job at that. I had a lot of pick and choose moments and decided to give a lot and keep ourselves in position to the end. And I thought we had a shot to win there. Once we got clear of the 21 and the 16 and whoever else I got clear of there, but I thought in the 19, I think. But yeah, I thought we had a car to win there as fast as Swing Mobile, and it just didn't work out. So I'm definitely frustrated. was so upset for my team because it's a place that we've struggled at in the past. We put a lot of work into it. So to have that happen to us is obviously a big bummer. But there's still a lot to be proud of today. We came from the back, and even though we didn't get stage points, we were still moving forward each part of the race. We made a bad adjustment one time, and we were Danny Stockton got that right back out of it right away, and put us right back in the hunt. So
Denny Hamlin's mocking the race too. It has gotten fucking goofy.
great race start for our team, and we can go rebound when we get there.
Early into Josie Love's day.
The final box score will show he started in the
Still sitting around under fucking red.
passed a lot of cars, hopefully gained some confidence.
That's why a lot of these guys are never gonna fucking race on Sundays. And you can quote me on that.
Took out Christian Eckes as well as some other cars. From your point of view, how would you describe what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what everyone is doing there the past, I don't know, 30 or 40 laps. They're just racing like it. I mean, yeah.
Watch 41, man.
Yeah, I don't know why we're wrecking on the straightaway at Martinsville. Obviously, I really didn't have anywhere to go. Kind of an off day for my 48. We definitely were not as fast as Xfinity Mobile, but probably are in position to get a top 10. And yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. And yeah, ready to get some real racing next week.
That's Nick Sanchez.
What the hell is next week? Oh, Darlington. So yeah, I'm supposed to be going.
Those emotions fast forward to today, and he's in position to maybe get his first career Xfinity win.
Absolutely massive, and it just shows you how if you got the speed to be in the position that he was in that truck race to get moved out of the way for the win, he was able to carry that into the Xfinity Series, and he's been absolutely flawless today from the restarts to driving through the field. You look how clean that race car is, just a few donuts on the right side. That's nothing compared to what we've seen him today.
Thank God we're at least back under caution. Too bad there's still 14 agonizing laps to go.
Yeah, and you're seeing Grusie's Jason Radcliffe. I know we mentioned it earlier. The wittiest Grusie in NASCAR.
I want to see a fight after this, after all this waiting around.
And that Martinsville thought, well, it has still eluded him. I talked with him earlier, and he said, man, a win at
I double
Martinsville
dog dare you.
would be bigger than Daytona. He said, if you go win at a place like Martinsville, Darlington, Bristol, like a
Don't worry, I feel like I'm being held hostage by this race as well.
Crew chief, and that's what everyone wants. Kim, rev that clock. I mean, the trophy that means so much to so many. That's what
One to go, please. Yes, one to go. We're going to restart with 12 laps to go.
with 13 to go.
Well, 12 scheduled laps to go. I mean,
Inside again, Allgaier gets up there.
probably going to go past that.
For sure, that was probably felt like that was better than being on the outside the last couple restarts before that. And then just the history of this place, I agree with Jason Ratcliffe. Winning here is a huge mark for any team, any driver, and the crew chiefs. Everyone understands the history and the importance of this place. Let's listen to 20.
Hey, we talk about all the wins for Jason Ratcliffe. Sam McCauley trying to win for the first time as a crew chief in the Xfinity Series. That would be huge for him. He's calling the shots for Brandon Jones.
Next car is in. After sitting under that red, really important to clean up those tires, get your brakes back up to temp, get that race car in the right position for this restart.
The middle reset, and now it's time to go.
Didn't Jason Ratcliffe retire last year? He's back.
Sammy Smith in the back, Taylor Gray a little bit there, but once again off of turn two, Taylor Gray is gone, and the junior motorsports teammates end up side by side.
Taylor Gray gets away, and now he says, you guys keep racing behind me.
Yeah, keep racing, not wrecking as he hits 11 to go, and there's stack up there. Nobody wrecked. Oh, wow. Major left rear tire rub on Almirola's car. And see, there was a major fucking stack up there. One of them's going to cut a tire, probably be the 39. Yeah, that tire's not going to make it. Oh, look, Austin Hill's about to run through somebody else, probably.
That position right now in third. Austin Hill thinking about it. Sheldon Creed a part of that mix. Sam Mayer not too far behind him. An additional $100,000 on the line for the best finisher of that group. Meanwhile,
And there's the wreck. Jeremy Clements, Connor Zillich, and NASCAR. Oh, nope, caution's out.
number 13, we've hit the
They didn't want to throw a caution there, but they did. Yeah, I think that's the 88 done, and Sawallen's got damage too.
Glenn Swalsh, remember, who was on that alternate strategy, tried to stay up front, then ended up pitting and taking newer tires, a bit of damage through this. Swalsh just gets in the back of Connor Zillich. He spins him around, and this is the type of aggression, especially when you get sub 10 laps to go at Martinsville. We've seen it all race here, but this is pretty typical of this place in the Xfinity Series where you're trying to be aggressive and move cars out of the way because getting stuck behind them for even just a corner or two corners can really slow your progress, momentum, and losing the ability to get to the cars in front of you. That's just a pretty hard shot right when the car's lacking that rear grip.
You know, Connor Zillich wins the first two stages. In fact, later in stage two, Zillich runs in the top five were all rookies. And all five of those drivers have been involved in accidents since. Now, the one that wasn't up there at the time, you know, Taylor Gray finds himself leading this race, but been a whole lot going on this afternoon.
Dude, stop. They're like telling the 88 they're going to fix it and stay on the lead lap. No, the fuck you ain't. All you're doing is adding caution laps.
Once he got put back into traffic, one thing I think he'll look back at, even though this race has been crazy, was
Yeah, the 88 car wants to go home with the team. We got to the lead lap here, get her fixed.
with all the speed that he had
Where's that meme of Jason Bateman? The fuck you are.
in the playoffs. I think there's a lot you can take from this race in terms of obviously his speed.
Yeah, there's a lot you can take from this race. None of it positive, Parker.
When it seems like there's not a lot of time to go in stage three, there's an eternity in stage three, even when it's just
Also, you heard me singing Scatman earlier. Shout out to fucking Sheamus and CM Punk for getting that stuck in my head. If you saw Sheamus' YouTube channel this week.
Try to stay on the lead lap. Usually that can pay big dividends here, but today there's 29 cars on the lead lap, so it's hard to make much of it, Kim.
Yeah, and you guys revisited the Truck Series race in
Sammy Smith has the fastest lap of the race, FY. Finished second here last fall. Still not getting the one to go. Hey, buddy. You can't find EO? You ain't even trying to look for her now.
Martinsville in position to do it today. Behind him, Sam Mayer. We expect him to be up there. But if you go back behind Sam, in the 27, Jeb Burton didn't qualify yesterday.
Ozzy, I think EO is more traumatized than you were when you got brought here.
Very gutsy move to take a wave around because sometimes that doesn't end well. But he was able to get the caution he needed to stay in the game all day long. And now we get to choose.
Look at that big boy. Mr. Ozzykins.
Sammy Smith was catching Taylor Gray. Normally, before that, we'd seen Taylor get up to lead and start to drive away from everyone, but he was starting to catch. So if he can clear just Allgaier quickly, I think he potentially has the pace in that car to stick with Taylor Gray and get to the rear bumper. It's going to be the sixth restart.
Oh boy, Austin Hill's on the second row. Look out.
2 laps to go. This is not overtime. This is to end it in regulation. Gray going for his first career victory. To his right, Justin Allgaier looking to win for a third consecutive week. Also win that dash for cash. Hill's up there thinking about the money. Got Brandon Jones in the mix. Sammy Smith. So many good stories. Talked about Jeb Burton. How's it going to play out?
Oh yeah, of course I named the cat after EO. Another great restart for the 54. 2 to go, not an overtime. And there you go. The 8 car knocked him out of the way. They got him. I was waiting for that. Get back to his inside. Don't take that. I mean, hell, I'm cheering for the JRM guys, but you shouldn't be taking that. Look at Brandon Jones. Caution. Fucking idiots. Idiots. You're fucking 10 feet from the goddamn white flag, you fucking retards. Fucking morons. I understand the guy's racing for the lead, but where the fuck was Matt DiBenedetto? Taylor Gray was about to get the lead back, by the way. If I was him, I'd line up behind the 8 car on the inside here and just fucking run his ass off. Jesus fucking Christ. I was waiting for Sammy to do that. Taylor did get really defensive and creep into the corner a little more than he had been, and the 8 car was all over him. And yeah, everybody in the back starts wrecking. Shocker. NASCAR tried to let it go because they didn't throw the caution until the leaders were coming off turn 4. Fucking ridiculous. Stacking up for fucking 50th place back there, yeah. You guys really got a lot to battle for. Fucking morons. Run through the 8 car. Pick the inside behind the 8. I would definitely, look, like I said, I'm a junior motorsports guy, but fair is fair. Taylor Gray would have won this race about 30 fucking cautions ago. But it turned into a fucking Special Olympics race. If NASCAR was in the Special Olympics. Oh, I'd knock shit out of that 8 car. I'm frustrated just from watching this, so my fucking intensity's pegged. I'd knock the dog shit out of Sammy Smith, and I don't even hate him. Oh, his ass would be going all the way around. We'd be going to a fucking second overtime, but I'd get the damn lead back.
because you lose the track position here, your day is done. But he's got so much on the line. Not only is he thinking about the win, obviously the dash for cash a big element in this thing as well. Sammy Smith, 2 career wins, started his career at Joe Gibbs Racing, won early in his rookie season, 2023 at Phoenix. Moved to Junior Motorsports last year, had to scratch and claw his way into the playoffs on points. Then he gets into the postseason. He's paired with his new crew chief, and that being Philip Bell. They won at Talladega. Kim talked about how close they were to making the championship 4. He was second here in the fall, trying to win again and get back to the playoffs. Is Sammy Smith, and now we get to choose.
Where does Taylor Gray go? Looks like right to the bottom, right behind Sammy Smith.
And you know what? When Brandon Jones
54 picked the inside behind the 8. What do you think's about to happen? And as I said, fair is fair. If we're going to go full shit show, let's go full shit show. I want to see the 8 car get some fucking air down here.
Those two could do it and get each other sort of stopped up in turns 1 and 2. He couldn't utilize the outside to get by both of them.
Remember, I picked Brandon Jones to win this race. He's restarting on the front row here.
Dominance so far.
by the stats, best
I could have won some money today.
defender Sammy Smith.
Maybe, just maybe, I could have.
Caution comes out before the line. We reset and do it again. If the leader gets
Maybe, just maybe.
next flag ends the race. Front row, Sammy Smith, Brandon Jones.
Jack him up like Mayer did Larson last week. Let's roll. Oh, yeah, he's on him. 8 car ain't going to make the fucking corner, and they're wrecking behind him. He saved it, and... Wow, Taylor Gray remarkably did that clean. Remarkably clean by the 54. He shoved the 8 and rode him up off the corner, but passed him clean.
Moved him up the racetrack and potentially is going to clear him over.
White flag, white flag, white flag, white flag. Now, getting caught up with that 8, don't let the 7 get underneath you. Well, good news for 54, the 7 got underneath the 8. 7, oh my God, dude, really? Dude, they're out. And Austin Hill just won. Oh, the irony. We better be fighting after this fucking. That's the dumbest shit I ever saw. I'm not mad about Austin Hill. I'm mad about how everybody there acted on that last 2 laps. Except the 54. Taylor Gray did that shit clean. Taylor Gray raced clean as fuck and got nothing for it. And hell, then Allgaier fucking piled in and caused a problem.
I will say, I think, find it a little disappointing. Definitely, when you get one like that, the way the 21 Austin Hill just did, for a $100,000 bonus as well, that's absolutely massive. I know how much he's worked at this place, how tough it's been for that 21 team at times.
Yeah, I don't think Xfinity needs to race at Martinsville anymore. That's fucking just absurd. Good for Austin Hill. He drove like a retard, but when the chips were down, he didn't do nothing. Sammy Smith, you dumb motherfucker. Just flat out wrecked the 54. And hell, then Allgaier piled into him. I see people running up and down pit road. Is that a good thing? Hey, the merchant it. I was wrong. Sheldon Creed ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. He drove a pretty clean race. Rest of these fucking morons. It's a short list today of people I'm not mad at. And believe it or not, I'm not mad at Austin Hill. As dumb as he was earlier in the race. Compared to some of the other shit we saw, he was fucking clean as a whistle. Thank God that wasn't a playoff race. I just got this weird anxiety, and it felt like it was the Martinsville playoff race, but it's not. It's It's late March. It's March. We're all good here. Is Taylor Gray gonna go smack this dude in the fucking mouth?
You see the disappointment from Taylor Gray.
Cause I sure fucking would.
Warrants some sort of conversation with Sammy Smith at some point.
And the celebration down here, I think, is filled with as much disbelief as you can imagine. I don't even know where to start asking you how you ended up here.
I'd smack the shit out of Sammy Smith.
Standing here in victory lane at the end of this.
No, not at all. I mean, we restarted 7.
Denny Hamlin, absolute garbage. Denny said, I wish I was in the booth. I'd get fired, but I'd call these idiots out.
I had to do what I had to do there on the last lap. Before I talk too much, though, I do gotta say, I'm extremely sorry to our teammate for getting in that wreck out in one. Started wheel hopping a little bit, and once I got under control, I hit the 16, and it took out the 2. So I feel really, really bad for.
At least Sheldon Creed finished second again.
I'll have to give him a call after the race, but anyways, can't thank everybody on this bench. Chevrolet, we didn't have
I guess I was right last year when I was like, yeah, Sammy Smith's kind of a fucking bum.
that restart. It just got wild. I mean, I'm watching it here on the big screen, and they're leaning on each other, and I knew that getting into 3, they were all going to get beaten in main. I just drove it as deep as I could. They all got to hitting each other, and I hit the 7 a little bit, shoved him up, and then got on the apron a little bit right there. Yeah, there we go. And came home with a win. So RCR's 100 victory in the Xfinity Series. That's so awesome. The ECR engines are always.
Look how hard he hit the 54. He just fucking smashed his own radiator in.
It is unbelievable. I actually said during the race that I hated this place because of all the beating and banging that was going on. And to top it off, we won the 100 grand. I forgot we even won that. So, man, this is awesome. I got a perfect place for the grandfather clock.
100 grand in his pocket and a 100th Xfinity Series win.
I'd punch that motherfucker square in the goddamn mouth.
Yeah, it sucked, right? I feel like we had the best car all day. I can't thank everyone for Joe Gibbs Racing enough. I feel like we brought a really fast operator there, Jared Supra. As fast as Xfinity Mobile. Just, it's unfortunate, man. It's the same story I've lived here for in 2 years, 2 Martinsvilles in a row. So, it sucks, but it is what it is. Long year.
Is this something that ends here or something that you remember in races to come?
No, I mean, I don't know. It just depends.
Bristol in 2 weeks. Another short track coming up on the schedule.
And look, like I said, the initial shot.
And Sammy Smith's just going to get away with driving like he did there.
Taylor Gray was aggressive. The repaid favor.
That's what happens when you're a fucking bum, no talent dipshit of a driver, and you feel you have to overcompensate to validate the fact that you've got a top fucking ride, even though you're a goddamn bum. An underachieving failure of a fucking bum, and you have to do that because you're not worthy of the seat you're in, and you know it.
Sammy did to him the restart prior. They end up side by side for the next lap.
Fucking Sammy Smith is a loser.
Kept it pretty civil. Taylor Gray could have at any point sort of hip checked Sammy Smith, but I felt like he kept it really clean.
This motherfucker should be executed via firing squad for being such a stupid piece of shit.
He does move up the track a little bit, but he's able to clear the 8 and gets out to about a 2-car length.
Like, he's fucking useless.
This far back, though, I mean, this is just, that's too much. No one wants to see that. If you're a young kid watching this, that's too far.
10 leaders.
It's an embarrassment. They should be a lot harder than they're being on him. It's an embarrassing way to race. And sets a bad example.
This season, and he's got the grandfather.
You wouldn't have done that to me and got away with it.
When my doctor gave me
I'd have fucked you up. You wouldn't be racing next week because you wouldn't be able to talk on your radio because your fucking jaw would be wired shut, and you wouldn't be able to see because your eyes would probably still be closed up. So you just have to go home for a couple weeks till you can open your fucking mouth again. Everybody agrees this was fucking stupid as shit. Well, I was hanging around to see if we were going to see something. I don't think we're going to. I bet you see something later this year. I'm hoping at some point happen to that 8 car. If I was Junior, I'd take him out of the car for 2 weeks. I'd be like, you need to sit your ass down because you're fucking embarrassing me. I don't know why I keep refreshing social media to be like, is something going to be done about this, or are we just going to let that be the way people get to drive? Give them one more commercial break and then let them come back. You just run through people like that, you should be fucking parked. And if it's at the end of the race, guess what? You get parked next week, or you get to start next week 5 laps down or something. We're gonna penalize you. Sit your stupid ass down for a while for being a dipshit.
This racetrack is so difficult. NASCAR Xfinity Series next Saturday live from Darlington at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific on the CW. It's all over in Martinsville, Virginia for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Incredible finish. Austin Hill leads one lap, and it's the right one. In overtime, he delivers number 100 for Richard Childress Racing. And what opened the door for him to win it was the contact.
Sammy Smith's talking shit to Taylor Gray like Taylor Gray's the one in the wrong.
Between the two outside the medical center.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're Taylor Gray, you should be livid. You did it as cleanly as you possibly could after what happened to him on the subsequent restart before the last one. But to just be absolutely cleaned out in turn 3 and 4 from 2 or 3 car lengths back is just unacceptable. And it's, the bumper cars we see through most this race at times is a little too far. But to do that in the last quarter of the race for the win, just far too much.
Austin Hill wins it. Sheldon Creed is second, a runner-up for the 14th time in his career, Dylan.
Yeah, and you had kind of fallen back
Come on, let's fight, motherfucker.
in that race. So to come home second, is that a positive result?
Sammy Smith was acting like
Absolutely.
Taylor Gray was the one in the wrong. You see that?
Felt like we fought all day. We were just not very good in stage one. Got
Fucking
better in
loser.
Stage two and got it better again, and then got some track position and was able to hold on there. And I was honestly really good at restarting to the top early on. Then all those caution laps just kind of killed the top. We just probably got it too cool and cleaned it up too much. So that made it a little
That was pissing me off to watch that. I wouldn't have been talking.
but just super proud of everyone at Austin.
I'm gonna whoop his ass, and then everybody that tries to stop me from whooping his ass is gonna catch one too.
Ford Mustang, and yeah, we're gonna keep working on
Straight up,
my favorite.
especially acting like that.
Yeah, let's see where we end up.
And he survived today with second, and as he said, a good shot next week at 100 grand.
No doubt, really doing some positive things is Sheldon Creed. It'll be he, Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, Brennan Poole, the drivers going for the $100,000 next weekend. How about this? Richard Childress Racing, I said it, 100 wins. They're third on the all-time list, right behind Joe Gibbs It's a big number, and you think about everything that this group has put
Pay
in.
drivers are literally just the fucking worst.
It's
And Sammy Smith's a pay driver. Pay drivers are just the absolute fucking drizzling shits most of the time. And he's like a prime example of a fucking failure of a pay driver.
get it back to where it used to be in terms of his prominence, and this is a big moment for him.
He's won 12 times as Austin Hill, all under the RCR umbrella. Let's take you way back to the beginning. And it was Kevin Harvick driving that two-car. What a great scene, a memory from St. Louis Gateway back in 2000. This is really when he was just starting to come on the scene. Harvick going to be a Hall of Famer, Cup Series champion. He's done the Xfinity Series. Now a broadcaster means so much to NASCAR. He got it going for RC.
Why does he get the DEI 8? Because the fucking check clears. I suppose. Oh, wait, Sammy Smith interview.
Center, Sammy, there's been a lot of questions on that final move you made on Taylor Gray, whether or not it was egregious. Do you think it was fair or foul?
I mean, absolutely, it was egregious. I mean, yeah, I'm not proud of that, but I mean, roles reversed, he would have done the same thing. I mean, he's got no respect for me. I moved. I didn't
Other than when he passed you clean to get the lead back.
He was flipping me off from the red flag, swerving at me, and I mean, it's definitely uncalled for, and I'm not proud of it. But he would have done the exact same thing, and that's what I told him. And we'll see what happens after that. I felt like we had a really good day today. I'm proud of JRM. Thanks to Pilot.
Where did I see the 54 race anybody dirty today?
A really fast race car. I mean, it's unfortunate. If you're not the one doing it, someone's going to do it to you, and everyone's going to dog on me, and I'm not proud of that. But at the end of the day, it's what you got to do. So,
You're a fucking pay driver and you don't deserve to be here.
You said you're not proud of it. You said it was uncalled for.
You have no talent.
Sounds like you think Taylor deserved it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would say we have a little bit of a past, and I know he has no respect for me. And then
Why would anybody have any respect for you? You suck. You waste top rides because you're a fucking pay driver.
I'm sure we'll go at it a couple more times, but I'm not afraid to.
So it doesn't end here.
I mean, from his end, I'm sure not, and then I'm not going to let him have the last bite. So we'll see.
Well, I'm not sure if I agree that he would have done the same thing because he had the chance to do it, and he did it even probably cleaner.
Exactly, Parker. Parker just said what I said.
That Sammy did to him in the subsequent restart. So I don't know if I totally agree with that, and I like his acknowledgement that was probably too far, which it absolutely was, but it doesn't make it right.
Doesn't make it right.
Officially 10th today, and he does get our Xfinity fastest lap. That earns him a point towards the championship. This whole thing takes me
Pay drivers, you gotta love it. All right, I'm gonna
for Bell.
get out of here, I suppose, because I was just hanging around to see that interview. All right. I think tomorrow will probably be a hell of a lot more calm, for better or worse.